YouTube. I know I'm early, so Beth, don't flip out. I came on here early for a reason. Let's see here. Hello, hello, Tracy. Hi, Willie. Hi, Shannon Farrar. Let me get this going. This is why, just because it takes a while to get everything figured out. All right. All right. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and go live on Instagram as well. If you're watching on YouTube, hello, hello. This is the first episode of the Vamp table, where you can definitely sit with us here at the table. I'm going to be bringing on my first guest here very, very soon. It is Beth from Stellar Treasure. And we're just going to like hang out, and I'm going to ask her some questions, and we're going to kind of get to know her a little bit more, and some of the things that she loves to sell and that sort of thing. I'm going to be going live. I'm going to do this next Wednesday as well. And then I might do it like every other week or every month, something like that. So I am going to be doing this where I'm interviewing and sellers and possibly buyers. I would like to get some feedback. So if you, if you would be interested in being on the Vamp table, then send me a DM or send me an email and let me know that you would like to join in and come and sit with us at this table. We're going to be talking about all things vintage and all things community. I do have some notes. So I'm going to get started with that. I'm usually always early. So I'm usually about 10 minutes early, typically, unless I get lost in what I'm doing and I forget, which has happened from time to time. But hi, Emmeline. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Isla. Hi, Quinn, if they're watching as well. Hi, Rachel. I know this is going to be fun. So I want to say welcome to the Vamp table, where vintage lovers don't just shop, they connect. This isn't your run-of-the-mill marketplace. Vamp is built on respect for history, genuine community, and the passion for quality that outlasts any quick trend or fast flip. Here, you're not just a username or a product listing. You're part of a community that honors the past and that tries to keep vintage alive. So today I'm not going to bring her on quite yet. But today I am so excited to have Beth from Stellar Treasures joining us. And Beth is exactly the kind of seller who we're looking for on Vamp. They're very authentic, and they have a heart for vintage, and they respect vintage, and they run a very successful business. And we're going to dive into a little bit more. Hi, Patty girl. We're going to dive into a little bit more about how Vamp isn't just a marketplace. We're a community. So hi, Grumpy Bear. I love to see people being so active and chatting away in the chats, even during a live sale. I know that some sellers don't really like that because it can be a little distracting. I actually really, really like it because I like for it to be a community where people can hang out, they can talk to one another. Now that doesn't mean that, like, if I'm selling something and I want everyone to pay attention, I'm going to be like, hey, it's running, guys, it's running. And that's okay to do. But we really want you to hang out, get to know one another. A lot of wonderful, wonderful friendships have evolved through Vamp and through reselling. And so that is beautiful to me. So some of my very best friends I've met in my reselling journey. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. I want to talk about with some of these sellers is how they got started. And it's just going to open up the conversation for you guys to contribute to as well. So in the chat during this, we're all sitting at a table together. We're all chatting. So you can even answer the questions yourself in the chat as well. So let's get people to get to know you as part of the community member. And if you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, and you aren't a part of our lovely community over here on virtualantiquemarketplace.com, come and join us. Come and join us. There is a QR code down in the bottom corner. You can open up your phone and like you're going to take a picture and kind of hold it on that QR code, and a link will pop up. So you can just tap on that link and you'll follow the instructions to join the marketplace, or you can just go to virtualantiquemarketplace.com and you can join it as well. You can see when you go to Vamp, you will see that I'm live right now, and you just can tap on that live and join us. I want to say though too that tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, I am going to be going over to Star City Thrift, and I'm going to be doing a live sale. So you're going to shop with me, and if you see things on the shelf that you want, I'm going to run them right then and there, and then I will ship them, and they'll be delivered directly to your door. The thing of it is, hello, Tim. The thing of it is that in order to watch that, you have to be over on Vamp. Now, I will be streaming it on Facebook because we are trying to help their Facebook reach. So I'm trying to help them with that. So I will be streaming it on Facebook, but you won't be able to purchase anything unless you're over on Vamp. So I'm not going to be streaming it on YouTube. I'm not going to be streaming it on Instagram. In order to watch and possibly purchase something, you got to be a member of Virtual Antique Marketplace. So just come on over and join this. I'm not going to be doing a live shop along. Well, I am, but it's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be on Saturday at Southern Roots, which is the antique mall that I have a booth in. This Saturday, there is a grand reopening. So there's going to be outside vendors. Mark's going to be set up outside. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're in the area, come on down for that. Also, Friday the 25th, I'm going to be doing a meetup here in Bedford, Indiana, and we're all going to go shopping together here locally. We're going to go to Daily Sip. We're going to eat breakfast at Apron Strings, go somewhere local to have lunch as well. So I have information on that in my Instagram and on YouTube. Friday morning, 9 a.m. is the Vamp community chat with Bug and Jilly. So there's a lot of great information about updates that are coming up on Vamp. So you definitely want to come to that. And it's just another fun little hangout as well. So that's 9 a.m. Eastern. And then Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. is our Christmas in July. Christmas in July. So all day long on Saturday is nothing but vintage Christmas. That's kind of the beauty about Vamp. Everything is at least 25 years old. So when you're over here, you're not going to run into things that you don't really want to see because it's all true antiques and vintage here on Vamp. So, and we don't do, it's all hard goods. It's all hard goods. All right. Beth, are you ready? I'm going to bring you on. Yes, tomorrow at 2. Tomorrow at 2. I think you popped in after that. Yeah, tomorrow at 2. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to click on your little name, and I'm going to invite you to co-host. So you should see a little. She accepted it, and there she is. Now, hello. This is a little bit different. So Beth is also a live seller on Instagram, and it's a little bit different. Well, you can see us both on the screen, and what you will do is if you click on Beth's picture, it'll make her big. When you click on my picture, it'll make me big. So that's the deal. If you want to see Beth bigger than me, then click on Beth. Or when she's talking, click on Beth. So you get the gist.
That's so cool. I love how this works.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun because, and if you don't want to see the chat at all, you just swipe. Whoops, I can't remember. Yeah, you swipe to the right, and all the chat disappears, and you'll only see our faces on the screen. So that's kind of a fun feature as well. And the thing of it is, when you do duo sales like this, and you're both sellers on Vamp, which you kind of have to be in order to do a duo sale together, the programming automatically separates your stuff. That's kind of the cool thing about Vamp. I'm going to
Oh,
get into some questions and we're going to have Beth introduce herself. That's the fun thing about Vamp is that if you're doing a duo sale with someone, all of your money, because you get paid immediately. There isn't any invoicing. You don't have to wait for someone to send you their information. They're not going to ghost you. You have 3 days, 3 business days to ship your items. So if you're doing a sale on a Monday or Tuesday, you can combine their shipping. And it's divided, like they get paid, you get paid, and that's it. So it's really, really great. It's a great, great thing to do if you like the vintage sales. All right, I'm gonna get back over here to my. I got to put the chat back on. I'm gonna get back over here to my questions. But before while I'm getting back to my questions, do you want to just tell everybody about who you are and where they can find you and that sort of
yeah.
thing?
Yeah, sure. So, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited
You're
to
so
be
welcome.
the like inaugural episode
Yeah.
of the Vamp Table. So I'm Beth. I'm from the south suburbs of Chicago.
Right.
Um, I have been selling vintage for since April 2021. So, kind of like during the lockdown and everything, I quit my corporate job and started as like a customer first.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew a lot of sellers, was watching a lot of sales on Instagram and kind of thought, I think this is something I could do myself. I felt like I had a good enough eye for it of the stuff I was finding and thrifting
Yeah.
and so I decided to go for it, and with a little encouragement from other fellow sellers. And yeah, I started my Instagram page April 2021 and sold out my first sale, which was super awesome. And that was definitely good encouragement. And, the rest is history. I've also done, I have an antique booth. I sell on eBay as well. My husband kind of does the eBay side of things. Um, and yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm uh I'm in my 30s. I have no kids, no animals. And I do have a niece and nephew that I love and adore,
Oh,
and that
nice.
is good for me.
So you fully eat, sleep, and breathe vintage and antiques.
I do.
Does
I
your
do.
does your husband do this full time as well?
Not full time. So he still works part-time. He works at the Apple store and
Oh,
yeah, so he's my technology connect. So he
that's
helps me.
nice.
I've got my iPad here and
Yeah, that's it's always
I'm all
nice
hooked up.
to have a built-in IT guy.
Yes, a huge help for sure. And then he does help with packing and shipping. So he's
Nice.
the ultimate packer, bubble wrapper extraordinaire. And I couldn't do it without him. And he also is, I call him my tote boy because he will move everything around,
Yeah.
carry everything for me to and from the car over and over and over again. So,
Yeah, I call it's so nice to have a supportive partner in life
hmm
that really supports you and believes in you and so I think that we can feel really blessed that we have that. I mean,
yes.
I call my husband my sweeper
Oh,
because when I'm shopping most of the time, hi Betty, you're filming and you're talking and you miss things. So he
hmm
will he'll like he will walk the entire mall before I even get down like 2 aisles, because I'm filming that take
oh,
so he will find things and bring them to me. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's great. Sometimes I'm like, I really
eh.
like it, but
Yeah. The
good
gentle,
job.
yeah. You're like, I love where your head's
Right?
at. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much.
But no.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's great to have that supportive,
Yeah.
partnership in life.
hmm
So where did you come up with the name Stellar Treasure? Where was that born?
Ooh, that's a good question. I am a big fan of thesaurus.com. So I was looking, it actually
So
took
you're
me
a
a
nerd, you're a
while.
fellow nerd like me.
I am. I am. I I wanted it to be unique.
Yeah.
I also didn't want it to pigeonhole me into thrifting specifically
Yep.
or antique specific. So I wanted it to be a little bit vague. So the treasure I feel like could envelop a lot of different categories and
Yeah.
ideas. And then Stellar I think just came about because I'm into space, and
Mhm.
um we almost went with like Nebula something, and Stellar just kind of fit well with treasure.
Yeah.
And as soon as you say it out loud one time, you're like, "Oh, that's it. It clicked," you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I sometimes regret the name that I chose
Oh, do you?
but it was like a different time then. When I chose that name, our brick and mortar was open, and we were
Oh.
doing a lot of like what we would call like junking and stuff. Like, so we would go
Mhm.
picking and like, so,
Yeah.
and it's way too long. And, and I've thought about rebranding, but then it's like, well, no one's going to
People
know
know
who I
you
am
because
then. So,
yeah, right.
yeah, I think the name is, and I think that is an important thing for people to come up with, is a brand name
Yes.
and it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be, it could be like meow meow vintage, or I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but I think
No.
that having your a name for your brand just makes it a little bit more fun.
Yeah,
Um,
it makes it, I think, something that you can really build off of too, because you can create like little thank you cards for your
yeah,
packages or stickers or your branding for social media, a
yeah.
logo. You can really like run wild with it as long as you come up with like a little design and a name. And Canva makes it so easy to do
Oh my
that too.
gosh, I know. I know it
Hmm.
really does. I know that like on Instagram specifically, when I'm like scrolling through and I like see and I look at if they've got like a fun if they have a brand name and they've got like a cute logo or something, I'm more enticed to click on them and follow
Yeah.
them, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it's just like something that doesn't make a lot of sense, or if it's someone's private, because
Right.
like I don't know. I mean, so I think that really does make a really big difference for your
Yeah.
branding, and Canva does make it really really easy,
Hmm.
especially
It's
to give you an idea of what you're looking for. Right?
Yeah. There's so many different like templates and stuff you can use that give you the automatic sizing too, which is super helpful.
Yeah.
I think yeah, it makes it just a little bit more professional, to have
Yes.
that whole branding.
And I
It's
think
cool.
sometimes if you've got either like vintage or antiques or one of kind of like or treasures or some sort of a keyword,
Hmm.
it helps with SEO.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. Like when I chose my name for YouTube, people that are looking for thrifting videos,
Hmm.
my channel may pop up because it's got that word in it, so it's kind of
Yeah,
makes it a little bit more searchable.
yeah.
In
Yours
some
covers a
instances,
good range. It's nice, and like if someone types thrifting or junking, antiquing,
yeah,
it all yeah,
yeah.
it's got a good broad range.
It's just a mouthful. It's just a mouthful. Okay, so my next question. Oh, before I get to my next question, I do want to say that in the buy it now, if you look in the buy it now, or we sometimes call it a bin, I have listed everything that Beth has in her store. So if you are, Beth's going to show 3 things that you can purchase if you would like to, that kind of
Oh.
get her going. But you can see that I have loaded up some things I think are mine, because I've gotten in such a habit whenever I schedule any live sale, I just add everything in my
Added
buy it
everything.
now.
I
Y'all
was
still
wondering
give
where my
someone an
stuff
opportunity.
went.
Yeah. So you can see if you it's all kind of mixed in there, but like, okay, I'm gonna
Mhm.
pull this little cutie up to stage. Now, if you're watching on Vamp, you can see the picture if you're watching on your PC, which is what you should be watching it on. It's far superior. And I'll just show you real quick. So you can see this is me on this is the PC. So this right here is the little kitty cat that I brought up. There's Beth. These are the items in the bite now, and this is the chat. So you can see everything all at once. And
very
I've
helpful.
popped up this Danbury mint. Amy, do you see it's Parmesan?
She saw it actually, yeah,
Yeah, it's
on my
Parmesan.
last sale.
So another thing though too, if you look through the buy it now, look at some of Beth's items, and if you like any of those items, when you tap on that, it'll bring up that item, and if you hit the heart, then she will get a notification that you liked her item, and she'll send you an offer. You can
Yeah.
also send her an offer. I know, but I wait. Let me go over here to the buy it now. Let me pop up something else. Something else that I saw.
I was
You
like,
tried to sell this. Oh wait, I gotta add it to stage. I think I have to do that on my computer.
oh,
Boop, 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 boop. It's just right down. It was this amethyst. Now, if
oh,
y'all like glass,
where is
this
it?
was gorgeous. I was shocked that it didn't sell. It's an amethyst case vase, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. $28 plus shipping on that. It is really stunning, and I like how it has like
Oh,
the
there
little
it is.
wings on the side. Oh, she has it, so she's
Yeah,
gonna show it to you right now. But I do have it, and actually, isn't that so? I love that.
it's so
So
pretty.
pretty. So if you are watching, here's the beauty about too. Normally, if we're running an auction on Vamp, you have to be a member of Vamp. But with that vase that I have right there, you want to hold it up again, Beth?
Yeah.
So if you're interested in this vase, all you have to do is $28 plus shipping. All you have to do is type in the chat. Oh, wait, do I have that on there? I thought that I could do it where you could claim it. Wait a minute. Yeah,
Do I
it
have that
is.
one as?
All you
Oh,
have to do is type in claim 1311. Hi, Thrifty Geek. Hello. I follow you on Instagram too. You just have to type in claim 1131, and you'll automatically get sent an invoice to your email. So Beth won't have to invoice you. You will get an automatic email. And so, and
yes.
the beauty about this though too is like, so Beth, you can put this on Instagram via magic comments. You've already taken the pictures. You share it on Instagram as a static post. All people have to do is type in claim in the chat. They'll automatically get sent an invoice, and
Wow.
you are in bathtub and you've sold
Yeah.
something. And you don't have to worry
Awesome.
about the going back and forth, and you didn't get
Yeah.
there. Because listen, I still struggle with it on YouTube. People don't send you their information, or they'll buy something and then they'll send you a message and say, "Can I pay you in 2 weeks?"
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't. So the beauty about selling on Vamp is that you get
That's
paid.
cool. I
Yeah.
definitely gotta play with that more. I haven't gotten into the magic comments part of it.
Yeah, it's a really fun thing. Yeah, and if you follow sellers, so make sure that you're following Beth, followers follow Stellar Treasures
Follow me.
on Facebook. Are you on Facebook?
I am. Yeah.
Okay, Facebook, Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and Vamp. So, are you on YouTube?
No.
Oh,
Should
okay.
I?
Yeah. You know, I'm always going to encourage everybody just to give it a try. Just to give,
I'm
because you can
intimidated,
multitask.
I guess. Yeah.
You can once you hit, I think it's once you hit 100 subscribers on
Oh,
YouTube, you can multicast. But you
okay.
can and Beth she has multicasted her live sales on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really fun. Okay, my next question.
Okay.
What is the vibe or style that you're all about with Stellar Treasure?
Oh,
Oh
so
yeah.
I see
Oh, and
someone ask, hold it closer.
yeah,
Here you go. It's
Kimberly,
kind of,
if you click on Beth's picture, it'll make her big, so you can see it a little easier.
yes. The inside's white.
Hi, Gav. And
Um,
you all you got to do is type in claim 1131, and you'll get an invoice into your inbox on Facebook.
so cool. Okay, my vibe. I find it very hard to nail down a vibe because I'm very eclectic. So maybe that's the vibe. Is eclectic. I love such a wide range of like eras of vintage.
Mm-hmm.
and styles. I think I started more mid-century. So I brought a piece of mid-century to show, mid-century glass. And then I really got into like studio pottery. I got into kitsch.
Oh,
I have an extensive artwork collection too on my own that I love vintage art and
and I like your
just,
Ouija board.
oh, thank you. Yeah, that's my personal side. um so yeah, it's a good healthy mix. Um Yay, Linda. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all very much for being here, everybody. Eclectic, I guess, is the best. I buy what I
Yeah.
like, and I like what I sell. So
And isn't that key? It's so
yes.
key. You have to, and we talked about this yesterday. There was a seller that was live, and we were communicating in the chat all together. And it is, when you buy things and well, I know I can make money on it, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't like you don't
Yeah.
feel anything for it. It'll sit on your shelf.
Yes.
And so and it's also important not to base what you're buying off what you see other people selling, because we
Exactly.
all know that, like Amy can sell things that I can't sell, or I have a hard time selling, and
Yeah.
vice versa. So you really have to um
Exactly.
base it on your own research and your own comps, especially like if you have a YouTube channel and people are reviewing, they just want to buy something that you've shown in a video, or for whatever reason, don't base that on what you should be looking for.
Right.
Especially if you're in an antique mall locally, you have to know what sells locally to you.
Mm-hmm.
um, and honestly, I mean, there's so many live sales, so many people that are doing it, that it's a lot of competition. So you have to buy things that excite you. And I think
Yes.
that what did that Randy Rue says, people really respond to your excitement and passion. Selling what
Yeah.
you love is huge. And I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
100%. So,
Randy Rue is Mr. Stellar Treasure. That's my husband.
oh,
Yeah.
hi Randy Rue.
He's at work on his lunch break.
We won't tell.
But
Even if he was
I've
working right now, we won't tell.
yeah. I have done that. I've picked up things that I'm like, well, this someone I saw sell this for a lot of money, and I find it for a good deal, so I'm like, well, I'll do it. But yeah, it sits on my shelf because I don't know much about it. I don't know how to
Yeah.
style it.
At
It's
eight.
not my
Yeah.
vibe. There's so many things that go into it where I'm like, well, it's really cool though, and it can be worth a lot of money, but it's just not me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I'm showing something that I don't feel passionate about, and I think people can see that, and then it
Absolutely.
doesn't sell.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just such a big there are, and I don't think a lot of people realize there's so many different aspects that go into doing what we do. And it is, and I think that sometimes people think that, well, they're just being greedy because they want me to pay on time.
Mhm.
But you have to understand, we're spending a lot of money every week getting inventory to bring in, so we need that return on our investment so we
Yeah,
can keep doing what we do. All right,
exactly.
so before we get to the next question, Beth, do you want to show one of the things that you brought today?
Sure.
That kind of,
Mm,
I told her to pick things that kind of, like we talked about, what you're excited about and what kind of things that you see and you're like, oh, you get excited, because we all do that. You see something and you're like, oh, I
yeah.
found some I finally found something today.
Well, I found this, like, last week maybe. We went garage sailing, Randy and I, and this felt like such a good representation. Hi, Wen. A good representation of our shop and Randy's role within this shop. And this is a Tom Clark gnome called the Whiz. And look at, he's got stars and moons on him, so he's stellar here. And Randy is the whiz behind our business because he is well, the magic behind the business, I should say, because he does all of our shipping. He helps logistically with everything. I know, and this is so cool. And he
I
also he
love Tom
plays
Clark.
Aren't they so amazing? So much
Yeah.
detail. And he plays Magic and Dungeons and Dragons too, so he loves wizards and stuff. So
Are you guys gamers?
yes. Oh
So
yeah.
are we.
Oh yeah. So this just felt like the perfect representation for Randy and our shop combined. So I had to pick it up. It's marked where is it? Signed right here. It says the Whiz. Oh, it's so hard to see, but the Whiz, and then it's signed Tom Clark 1983 right here. And then each Tom Clark gnome has a penny on it, so there's your penny.
Yes. These do anybody else that's old like me? I just turned 50. Do you remember these in the 80s? These were huge. They were
He's
huge.
They're so amazing. The lady I bought it from said she bought it from the Renaissance Fair. I think in the early 90s perhaps. So
She probably paid a lot of money for this.
she said it was like $75.
Yeah.
But look at all these details here at the bottom. There's little acorns. There is a frog. Oops, where's the frog? There's a frog right here. There's a lizard over here.
Wow.
And then just all the detail on his face. Look how
Yeah.
happy he is. He's
He's
got
a
his little
wizard.
staff. Mm-hmm. And his wizard hat.
Why do
So
you think I want to do a deep dive and I want to know why there's a penny on all of them? Like, what's the
yeah,
significance of that?
I don't know. And this is, maybe it's not even an American penny. It looks like it's, I can't
Well,
even
it
make it out
probably
what it
isn't because
says.
there't some kind of law.
New,
Isn't you're not supposed to like?
oh, like deface money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But I'm
we'll
gonna,
figure it out later. So
yeah.
I put it on the stage, so you can go
Oh,
ahead and start it if you want to.
I started it. We're starting it at $18, which is a great price for these little guys.
I love him.
And
It's
he's
running. There's
8.5 inches tall.
I love him.
Isn't
And
he so cute?
yeah, I'm. Can I? No, I can't. Oh,
Brian!
Brian, I was about to hit bid.
Mm-hmm. He's
Look
so
at
good. I would love to have a collection. I found several of these before. Thank you, Brian. Awesome.
now. The cool thing about this too. Say this sadly didn't sell. That would be sad. But say it
Hmm.
didn't. And so after the live sale is over, then all Beth would have to do would go in and create it, make it. All you have to do is go down to the Dropbox, change it to a static listing, and it goes right into your static listings where people might be
Yes.
watching your sell later on. They can go in and buy it, and you don't have to. It just takes a lot of the guesswork out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been selling live for over 5 years, and everything that I'm trying to do on Vamp is things that to me seems like it's like what every live seller would want. We're
Yeah.
still working on details, but
It
it's just really fun. It's
yeah,
really
the
really
like ease of, well, the invoicing number one is just incredible. The
yeah.
automatic invoicing and stuff. But yeah, just how you just described about taking the live sale items that didn't sell and creating them as static listings. Amazing. Because that
Yeah.
used to have to be double work. Because I
Yeah,
would
right.
show something on a live sale, it didn't sell, and then if I wanted to post it, I would have to then like take pictures again or,
Yeah.
make the caption in the listings. And now it's just like all in one and you can just change the category. It's awesome.
And you already worked really, really hard to grow your Instagram following. And so, the beauty of that is that it doesn't you're using your same audience. I mean, not using, you're capturing your same audience when you
Mm-hmm.
multicast. So she's multicasting on Instagram, and then the people are like, "Oh, hey, what's Beth doing live right now?" Well, she's
Yeah.
having a live sale. It's the same kind of format, other than you don't have to send an invoice and wait for someone's contact information.
Yes.
So it's very, very easy. It's very, very easy.
You're up on a ladder trying to hang curtains right now.
Wait,
Be
who said that?
careful.
Angela. See? No, I don't like climbing up on things that
Mm-mm.
I know I will. I'm accident prone. Okay, I have another question for Beth. And if you
Okay.
have a question for Beth, drop it in the chat as well. Now, oh wait, before I do, the one thing that I want to say, if you're watching on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, you can only see the chat that's on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you come over to virtualantiquemarketplace.com and join us here, you'll see everybody in the chat, everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everybody. And they'll be notated by the little icon from whatever they're watching from. All right, so Beth,
Yes.
what's one of your favorite or most memorable vintage finds? I hate this question when people ask it to me, that you've ever found. Isn't that a hard question?
That is hard because there's so many things
I know.
I find and have seller regret
I
about.
shouldn't have even asked that question because I hate it when someone asks me that.
Trying to think.
Okay, think
There,
about something that you bought, that not necessarily that you sold, but something that like that you have in your own displays or your own collection that you, I mean, it could be something like the Ouija board. You know, I like weird things like that too. But I
yeah,
mean,
that
something
one
that
was
you maybe
cool.
still have.
Um, One of my favorite pieces of art is the Virgin Mary piece up there. It's kind of hard to see from down here, but the color on it is like very vibrant teal. And it's gorgeous. That was a nice find. I paid up for it because I was like, there's not enough money for me to really resell it,
Right.
but
But
I'm
you
gonna
like
buy
it.
it for my own collection.
Yeah. Well,
I
mine
have
says Namaji.
Namaji. Yeah, great spelling, Ran. Namaji is what I collect. So
Oh, you
anytime I
do?
find Namaji, it goes straight to my collection. Yeah.
Ah.
Unless it's like too big, but I have a lot of like little pots and like the medium sized ones and all colors. I don't have a color that I don't collect. One time I found on Facebook Marketplace one of those giant nubby butt swung vases, the really
Mm.
big ones. It was
Mm-hmm.
like 3 feet tall and it was for $50. And the lady had it labeled as like floor vase and there were flowers in it.
How many
And
years ago was that, though, Beth?
it was like last year
Oh,
or
really?
maybe 2 years ago now. 2 years maybe. I was shaking like the whole drive there. I was driving. I'm like, please don't sell it. Please don't sell it. Because you're thinking, I lived like 45 minutes away. So I thought, oh, she's going to find someone closer or someone could be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, please, I will come right now. I will give you like $100, I'll double it. But she took 50 and I got it and I put it in my booth and it sold for like 700 and that was awesome.
Woo! Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's
Those are
amazing.
always the fun finds. Yeah. When you can
I
make a
used to
big
have
profit.
so many of them because you used to be able to find them for like
Yeah.
$25,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's when I bought mine, was when they were cheap, and then
Yeah.
they weren't, and then I was like, well, hell, I'm gonna sell all mine, then I can get big money out of them. But it's still hard not to buy them. But I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, I'm not going to buy it for $700. There is absolutely no profit margin for
Right.
that for me.
Right.
But still, it's kind of fun finding those things. Now, as far as the Namaji goes, I thought I was tricked before I found out what it was. I was like, ooh, this is like pottery that's like made from, in like made by native people. No,
Yeah.
it isn't. It's
What
made
do you
out east.
Namaji?
Yeah, it's not
No.
southwestern.
Are you for real?
Yeah. I'm gonna spell it like Randy.
I swear I thought it was from like North Dakota.
You might be
Eastern.
right. No, not that. Namaji. Yeah, it's out east.
Tim
Namaji
said Minnesota once.
appears to refer to several different types of pottery.
Minnesota.
Hoping. Well, I guess there is. Well, okay, that's not the right one. There's different kinds. So it says it's important to note that the term Namaji does not seem to refer to a single unified pottery style or cultural origin. See, that's the kind of fun thing that it's Minnesota. It's Minnesota.
Okay.
Midwestern. That's kind of you can get into deep dives of things. And
Yes.
that's kind of the fun about doing what we do is that you can learn. You can learn so many things. So if you find unglazed one on the inside, it's old traditional Namaji. Yeah, usually sometimes they're stamped on the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I always thought, ooh, this is like Native American pottery. It's pretty.
Man, it is so pretty. I love all the swirls and
The
everything and all the
colors.
different colors. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, vintage. We're gonna do one more question, then I want you to show another one of your items.
Okay.
Vintage reselling can be a grind. What keeps you motivated and passionate through the downtimes? I mean, we are in summer.
Mm-hmm.
Summers can be a little hard.
Yeah. It's been slow at my booth.
Yeah.
Learning is lame. John, you don't mean that.
It's not lame, John.
No.
You have to be a nerd like us.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy, the thrill of the hunt. You never know what you're going to find. I think fear of missing out, FOMO, is
Yeah.
definitely what keeps me going. I'm always wanting to go garage sailing. I'm always checking Facebook Marketplace. Because you never know.
Yeah.
You never know what someone's going to list as a floor vase, and you might not see it. And John is a nerd, no doubt about it.
It's okay,
John makes his everyday holiday displays.
right?
I love if you guys aren't following him on Instagram, and he
John,
just joined District 2. He does amazing displays.
John, we are getting ready to have on Saturday the vintage Christmas day. So you need to come. And John, you need to come and be a seller.
Hmm.
We would love that. We would love that.
Yeah, you do, John.
Yeah, it would be it is. It's that. That's why we keep going to Goodwill, even though we're like, I
Hmm.
ain't gonna find anything in there. You
Yeah.
almost go in now like, I'm gonna go in and see if there's anything. And
I go to my local thrift shop, it's right next to my booth space. Actually, it's the antique mall is on one side of the strip mall, and then my thrift shop's at the other end. Excuse me. So I go all the time, multiple times a week. Most of the time, I'm walking out with maybe one thing or nothing. But the times I come out of there with something amazing or a whole bag full of stuff, I'm like, this is why consistency is key.
it
Because some
is.
days you might not find anything. Maybe you go weeks without finding anything. But then that one day that you go right before closing or right before dig through a dumpster, Randy, don't shame me.
Hey, do you like to look at people's trash on trash the night before trash day?
I drive around town. Yeah.
Yes. I
I
would get
found a
out and dip in
ceramic
your
Christmas
trash can.
tree. I found a ceramic Christmas tree in the box, California
Yeah.
pottery box on the trash on the curb.
Yeah, I found 4 paper mache pumpkins in someone's trash. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes sometimes it's like, and I know that not
that's
everybody does what we do, and people aren't like, they don't know like that they're good or that they're valuable, and I'm just like, and I think after I got them, I was like, do these people live under a rock? Do they not know? Why are
yeah,
they throwing this away?
right?
Hi, Daffodil. Yeah. So I
They
mean,
hmm
you never know.
You
So
never
get
know.
out there, put on some gloves. I mean, look, if you go to the bins, you're digging
Mm.
through trash.
Oh,
Put in
the
air
bins.
conditioning sometimes.
I think
But
the bins might be my line. I don't go to the bins. That's
you know what? I don't go very often. There are 4, no, there's 3 now. There used to be 4 in Indianapolis.
hmm
And then there's one down in southern Indiana. And it's kind of like the same thing when you're going into Goodwill. You're just like,
yeah.
maybe I'll find something. And I usually do. I have found lucite candles at the bins. I
Wow.
found 1950s Halloween die cuts at the bins. So,
Wow.
it's prison yard rules. You have to have that in your mind because you'll get yelled at. If you touch something, they will yell at you. I tend to let everybody else, because
Go for
honestly,
it.
they're not really looking for what I'm looking for
Mm-hmm.
necessarily. And Mark likes to find Hot Wheels and Micro Machines and like action figures. So I
Oh,
like to
cool.
dig to the bottom of the bins,
Yes.
you know, and find the little things.
Like a little squirrel.
Yeah, with my gloves, with my
Yeah.
rubber padded gloves. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean, you just never know. That's why we do it, because it's just you always think you're gonna wake up, I'm gonna find something today. Here's the trick that I have learned: you have to tell yourself that you're not gonna find anything,
Yeah.
because then
Go
you
in
will.
with no expectations.
Go in with complete disappointment immediately, and then it usually sometimes
Well,
turns out to be pretty good.
yeah, you can't
Okay,
be disappointed.
Beth, why don't you bring on one of your other items? And don't forget, if whoever bought that Tom Clark off of you, they've unlocked discounted shipping. So now, if you
Oh,
buy anything from her, buy it now, which is all in the buy it now, or if you buy something else from her that she's showing today, you got discounted shipping. So you might as well.
discounted shipping.
Oh my gosh, I love these, and I saw them. I love the colors. I was so excited to see these.
They're so hard to show, so I'm gonna put them on my little. I have a little stool that I'll
And
display them
sometimes
on.
these are hardest MFers to ship.
Yeah, they are. These ones move. The little piglets move on the chain too, so they're all moving around. There's 6 piglets and then the one mama pig. And here you go. Wow. Look at the little piglet butts.
I have that exact same stool.
Do you?
Oh my god. Are we related?
Maybe. Look at that mama pig's face. She is so sick of them. She
Yeah.
is so. These pigs ain't listening, you know?
She wants to unchain them.
Yeah, she wants to let them go.
She's like, get out of here, pigs. You're
And
done.
then the mama pig has the made it. Well, it says Japan sticker right there on the bottom, and then you can see some crazing on her there. But they're all attached to the same chain. There are 6 piggies. And I wanted to bring something kitschy because my friend Carrie, Grumpy Bear Vintage, was just approved as a seller. So she'll be doing the onboarding at the end of the month.
Yep.
And over on Instagram, we do a weekly sale called Midnight Market. And it's every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Pacific. And we are moving that sale to Vamp.
Ah!
Yes.
Well, because,
So,
but you're also going to be on Instagram.
yeah,
right?
we'll be able to broadcast to Instagram too. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So we're so excited. And I had to bring something kitsch because she introduced me to kitsch. So yeah, she is the queen of kitsch. She has the cutest stuff. You guys are gonna love
Oh
her.
my
Wait till
gosh,
you
I can't
see and
wait
she
to
gets
see
her
what she's going to
store.
be
Wait till she gets set up. She has got amazing stuff. This was like the kitschiest thing I have. I don't go too far into kitsch, but she's got like the cutest little weirdos, little like figurines and like the angels and just so many amazing fun things. So you
That's
guys are
speaking
gonna
my
love
language.
her. Please make
Well,
sure you're following her. Grumpy Bear Vintage right there. She just got signed up. She just got approved.
and I
I'm
will
so
say
excited.
though too, if you're filling out an application, I am going to be sending out. I've already sent out about 40 emails, so I'm gonna look and make sure that if we get any more people signed up, that I will send you out the invite for the onboarding on the 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a Tuesday night. Okay,
We are so
Becca's
excited.
our
So,
pig girl. She loves her pigs and witches and black cats.
who is?
Becca Moore. She
Oh,
collects
she has
pigs,
them.
witches, black cats.
Noted. Noted. All right, I'm going to start the auction on these. I'm just starting them at 16 for the whole family. That's
Get them
running
all.
now. I love their little piglet butts.
Oh, Daffodil Hill popped in
Yay!
for a bid of 16. I know their little butts are so
They're
cute,
so
right?
cute. And yeah, there's 6 piglets and then the mama pig.
And the mama's face. That
I know. That's an overworked mama right there. She's tired. She is tired.
That's some pig. Some pig.
Yay. Thank you so much. Those are yours, Daffodil.
Yay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to scroll through my questions. Okay. Well, I think you already answered that, but how do you decide what makes the cut to your shop? What's your
Ooh.
stellar treasure quality test? Like, do you
Ooh.
sell misfits? Do you sell things that are a little worn and have had a
Yeah.
life? Or are you like pristine, everything has to be perfect?
I think
What's
it
your
maybe depends what it is. With little kitschy stuff, I'm willing to take it a little worn, maybe a chipped ear here and there, because they're still so cute and they display fine. Even
mm-hmm.
with some glass pieces, if it's not a major chip or it's, underneath a lid or underneath a base, I'm fine with it. And those are
Yeah.
always fully, disclosed.
Yeah.
But I think for like most things, it's usually pretty pristine. I try to really be selective with what I pick for the shop just because I want it to be something I would display in my own home.
Yeah.
And for the most part, everything is. So,
And
yeah,
all of your items are cleaned and they're ready to
yes,
be displayed.
yes.
I'm kind of the same way. I mean, if something is still displayable, I've actually I myself have bought something and it was pristine and then it gets into my hand and
Mm.
I broke it. And
Oh, I've done
then
that.
Mark is also my gluer. He will
Oh,
make repairs and like
yeah.
I took home a bunch of the bisque jointed dolls and he
Mm-hmm.
restrung them because I can't
Oh,
do any. I thought it was
that's
beyond my
cool.
skill set, and so I think that, and you hit the nail on the head as long as it's disclosed. But I think
Yeah.
that when you love this stuff so much, you feel like it still has life. It still has a purpose. I
Mm-hmm.
can't bring myself to throw something away if it can be repaired. And
Yeah.
typically, what happens then it just goes in my collection because I don't mind misfits.
Same. Same.
I've even
And
like traded things out. Like, okay, I have this one and this one, and this one has a crack in it, but this one's perfect. So I am going to keep the one that has the crack and sell the other one. So
I've done that before too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I think that you hit the nail on the head. It's everything is disclosed.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the beauty about selling live, I think, because you're really showing everything 360 degree. You can
Yeah.
explain, you could talk about it,
Right.
and I think that that's really kind of the nice part about selling live.
Yeah, and
Um,
the nice part about selling live specifically on District and Vamp too, there's no blurriness. Like on Instagram where I'm coming from, the the lives have gotten so choppy, so blurry.
yeah,
It's so hard to see details. And a lot of the times, you can't see the crazing or the colors or the chip that might be there or the scratch on something. And that's if you're especially if you're spending a lot of money on something,
yeah.
you want to be able to see what you're getting yourself into, and that's making it very difficult to see on Instagram,
It
unfortunately.
it is, and I've heard a lot of people like as far as like even posting static posts, they like will post so many and then they get kicked out or they get put in timeout
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. So you that isn't going to necessarily happen on Vamp. So it is there's no lag. And one thing that I like too is there's no like the countdown is built in. So you don't have to
Mhm.
count things down. So you hit start auction and it counts down for you. You can also do we do you can it's a you can also do a we do a soft close. So when someone
Mhm.
puts in a bid, it bumps the time up a little bit to give more people an opportunity to get their
That's
bids in.
so nice.
We also have an option and you have the choice that you can either do the soft close or a sudden death. And the sudden death means whenever you got to throw it down because you don't got a chance if there's another bid. So you as a seller have the opportunity to decide how you want to run your auctions because ultimately you're selling in a virtual antique mall. So
Mhm.
you all have your own individual booths. I'm like I've said this before, and District is the mothership. We talked about District is the mothership, and we're listening to they handle all the technical stuff. But it is my dream for individual booths to have like their own like remember MySpace?
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, like a
So
whole
you can have a
your
banner, you
web
can have your
page.
own, yeah, your own banner. I don't know about music, but you can maybe, I don't know, maybe a minute.
Someone could probably code it that way.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
But just to
Yeah.
personalize it for you. So that's
Top
something that
8.
it's like in the works. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you remember the top 8? I have forgotten about that. Oh my
If
god.
you
I
caused
loved MySpace.
if there was any drama, you're off someone's top 8. Ooh.
Oh
Mm-mm.
my gosh. Now we do have rankings here on Vamp. You can go in and you can see like who is the Nikki Moss is wearing the crown for being the queen
I saw
buyer.
that.
But you can see I don't necessarily think that it's important to
Yeah, yeah.
air about that, but it is there. Someone had a question.
I did see Karen said, "Do you have a bucket list find? Something you're always keeping your eyes open, hoping to find?"
Yeah, that's a hard question too, Karen.
That's a good question. I've always wanted to find an aluminum Christmas tree. And one time I did, but it was like $800 at a church
Yeah.
rummage sale. Yeah.
They looked it up on the eBay. The church,
Mhm.
that's why I like a good church rummage sale because sometimes
I
they don't even know what eBay is.
I know. And then
If
yeah,
it's a
it
small
was
church.
underneath the table and I saw the big pole for it and I
Mhm.
was like, like my heart almost stopped. And then some lady came up in front of me and took it and then asked if they would take, I think she offered 500 and they accepted. Um,
Which is still
but
a
I,
lot of money to pay for
I know
that.
I wasn't going to pay that anyways either.
Yeah. And yeah,
um,
let us know in the chat. Let us know. Beth said hers was a blue pearlescent moon and stars pedestal fairy lamp. So let us
ooh,
know in the chat what's on your wish list, your bucket list thing. I don't even know what mine would be. Mine
I'll
would
find one
be
one day.
I really want I want to find something that can be proven that Liberace owned. That was in
Whoa.
one of his homes.
Whoa.
Because I'm a huge Liberace fan. So I
Cool.
want to find something, and I don't play piano. I don't care for piano music. I like him.
Yeah.
But I want to find something. I have his autograph, and
Awesome.
but I want something that he owned in his house. That would be mine.
Yeah.
I have
Very
another
cool.
question, Beth. What is something that people don't realize about running a vintage business that you wish more people understood?
Hmm.
Oh, I like seeing your answers in here, guys.
That's a good question too. I think personally me I underestimated how much like paperwork there would be,
Yeah.
like computer work, spreadsheets, taxes. Oy.
Oh God. Do you think you're going to jail every year?
Yeah.
I'm like, they're coming to get me. I actually got a refund this year, and I was like, that's
Hey.
it. I have messed something up. They
There's
are coming to get me, take me to jail.
there's so much more work than the actual live sale. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Even even like all the social media posts, like that's so much work and I struggle with that and that seems like the easiest part in my mind. But to
No.
me, the easiest part is the sourcing. I want to go sourcing every day, all day. But then you have to come home and clean and take off all the price tags and log your new stuff and uh, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, the dragging it in from your car.
Oh,
And then you're like, where am I going to put this stuff?
mhm.
What did I
So
do? Because
surrounded
you
with
just have
full
added more
shelves.
work for yourself. You've added more work because you got to clean it. You got to make space
Uh-huh.
for it. You have to, you know,
Research.
yeah, you have to research it. Exactly.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
fix it.
Right. Or glue it or whatever. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that,
Your kitchen table bugs kitchen table's covered in teapots right now.
right. I mean, it's just, it's everywhere. It can,
Yeah.
that's why I'm very blessed that I have this brick and mortar where I don't have to have it at my
Mhm.
house. See, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I'm okay with the shopping. It's okay. I'm like, ugh, sometimes with it. I love going live. That is my
Yeah.
very favorite thing to do is just going live. And that's the thing that you can do also on Vamp. We're encouraging sellers to do a haul. you can come on live and like bring in your boxes from your estate sale or from your garage sales or your antique mall and just do a haul. And you have the beauty about that. My husband, I am live right now. Missed my son called me this morning. Mark's calling me now. Um, so I think
They
that
should check district before they call.
I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Surely one of the places that you'd be
Come
anyway.
on.
But yeah, I mean, it you can go live and do your haul and show things and give the people opportunity to buy them right as you've unpacked them. So it's just a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite things to
Mhm.
do. Yeah, LaDonna figured out the YouTube live cast, so that's good. Yeah, fresh finds haul, fresh
Yeah,
fit
yeah.
haul
I
or
need to
whatever.
do
So
that.
it's just fun, and you are also you just the community just loves to hang out,
Yeah.
and you could even you one thing that you could do is go live and show us your Namaji pottery and do a little bit of a deep dive live together, and people
Yeah.
can be googling things, and it would be kind of fun, just
Yeah.
like a learning process. One thing that I am going to work on too, and some sellers would be not want to do this, but LaDonna really inspired me and gave me the idea is like, let's do like a little like behind the scenes live. People go live for maybe a half an hour and let's see your reselling space.
Mm.
What's behind the scenes? How do where's your shipping area? Because people learn and it gives them ideas. Well, I know some people will be like, I ain't doing that, Misty.
It's a little messy right now.
Nobody's going to see. Mine is very
Outside
messy.
this square.
Yeah, mine is very messy. All right, show your floors of various rooms. This is reselling. That's reselling.
Yeah.
The spare bedroom, you can't sleep in there because it's reselling.
It is my dream. It was my goal for this year. I don't know if it's obtainable, but a dream for the business in the short future is to get a office space outside of my home because we live in a condo. It's just 2 bedrooms,
Yeah,
and so it's very difficult to have stuff everywhere all the time. That's something I didn't realize that would happen in the beginning too. It
yeah.
takes up so much of your home. And I guess that's all controllable based on what you sell and how
Hmm.
much you sell, how much you want to get into it. Selling home goods and glass and stuff, it takes up a lot of
A lot.
space.
It really does.
A lot of space. And then there's so many days where we're like packing orders or moving inventory around and I think, why couldn't I get into jewelry?
I
Why
know.
couldn't I get into like textiles
Because
and
you don't
linens?
care for it.
Right. Right.
You
I
you
know.
find what you like. And some people really love jewelry and they do
Yeah.
very, very well with it.
Mhm.
It
Not
intimidates
me.
me.
Yeah, me
So that's
too.
why I tend to not.
I'm I'm terrified I would sell something thinking it's, a certain stone and it's ends up being something else or, I would be scared of getting it wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's okay to make mistakes. I think
Dust.
it's
Yeah.
okay to say that you don't know
Mhm.
things and that you're learning about it. So we're
Yeah, yeah.
all we're all just figuring things out sometimes as we go. I have heard of people it, like renting out like a storage unit that is like climate controlled, that's air and
Mhm.
heated, and they've made like a little
Oh, yeah, like a little
office.
office out of there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Of course, then you'd have to, do either a mobile hotspot or something like that for
Right.
Wi-Fi if you're going live from there. But it might be at least a place where you can do your shipping and storage stuff. I've heard
Yeah.
of I've heard of some
That would
people
be
doing that.
nice.
I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea. All right, Beth, let's show your other item. I'm excited about this one too.
Yeah, okay, so my
I,
last piece I brought is a piece of mid-century glass. Oh, and it just started downpouring raining, so hopefully you don't hear the rain against my window.
well, that's a very nice sound though.
It is calming, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, all right, look at this beauty.
I love these.
This is a piece of Ellie Smith glass from the late 1960s, early 1970s. This is the Simplicity line.
Mhm.
So it has these like ribbed texture all the way around. And this is kind of similar if you're familiar with Viking glass. Viking glass has more of a flower shape on the bottom. And this
Yeah.
one, I'm sorry, Viking is more round on the bottom. This one is more like a flower. And
Well, and the Viking ones on the bottom, they have like the mold
the
of
little
like,
petals.
yeah, that's how you can tell.
Yeah.
Love a peacock blue.
It is so beautiful. This is so it's the Simplicity line. Ellie Smith called this colonial blue. Let me show you with the white paper behind it too, so you get this full
Oh,
beautiful
it's so
color.
pretty.
It is 10.5 inches across and 4.5 inches tall. So this is a nice wide, kind of like squatty pedestal compote dish. This would be so beautiful on your countertop filled with like oranges. Because
Yeah.
the orange against the blue, I love that so
For
much.
your nanners.
Mm-hmm.
Or Christmas ornaments.
Oh yeah. Filled with, yeah, orbs, balls, crystals.
I like to use these as pedestals for jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh,
Well,
cute. Right in the center. I love orange and blue together.
now my son's coming in the door.
Oh, there's these petals around the edge. There's 9 petals on around the edge, and rude people. There are no chips or cracks in this. There are bubbles. I don't even know if it's going to come across on camera, but there's tiny little bubbles in here. And then there's a few scuff marks, I would say, just from traditional vintage use, like nothing extreme, but there are some scuffs and light scratching around where it bends up right here. And then there is also, where is it? They're called straw marks down here at the bottom. It kind of looks like a crack right here. It's not a crack, that's a straw mark from the manufacture process. So this is hand blown glass, and this is from that process. So it's like a little line in the glass. You can feel its texture. It's a little bump right here. And so I'm going to start this at just $28,
Nice.
starting the auction now.
Oh, I love these so much. And like, yeah, like LaDonna said, oh, Betsy's in.
Hey,
People have
Betsy.
different sizes because they did come in 3 different sizes, and they stacked them with like
Stack
museum
'em.
putty. I love that look too.
It's so good. Such a beautiful mid-century piece. And mid-century is kind of what I started selling at my shop. Could a cake go on the pedestal compo? Probably. Not too big, maybe like an 8-inch or like 7-inch cake. It does kind of dip in the center. You can see there's like a little hole down here. So, and I see Betsy won. Thank you so much, Betsy. You're gonna love it. It's so pretty.
So
A bundt cake would be perfect.
again, check out the buy it now. So if you see something that you're interested, then you can add that to your order. Also, the nice thing too. Oh, Kimberly, you got to be on Vamp, girl. You got to be on virtualantiquemarketplace.com to place any bids. If she, what we were doing earlier, if she, like with the vase, you had to type in the claim number, but those were auctions, and anything that's done as an auction, you have to, I'll bring that back up, Kimberly, if you are interested in that vase. She also had me scroll down here. Something else that I had seen in your buy it now. I wish I wouldn't have put mine in. There's that vase again. Kimberly, if you're interested in that beautiful vase, it is, I can read to you the 7.5 or 7.75 inches tall, no chips or cracks. It's amethyst on the sides, and it has the long handles. So all you would have to do, Kimberly, in the chat right now on Facebook is type in claim 1311, and it is yours for $28 plus shipping. You would get an invoice sent directly to your Facebook messages, and you can pay for it that way.
I love that feature. That's so cool.
It is really nice. It's a really, really nice feature in order to do that. And also, another nice thing though too is that you can. Well, I just completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, if you're having a live sale, you can put in you make your catalog, and people can put in pre-bids. So people can put in bids just by looking at your catalog. They can also put in a max bid, And okay, it's okay. You know what though, Kimberly, if you come over and join Vamp and make sure that you're following Beth Stellar Treasure, you can look at it in her buy it now and buy it later on. If you're in the middle of the night, you're like, I gotta
Mm-hmm.
get that vase. I've been dreaming about it. I can't sleep. Well, then you have the opportunity. It is listed as a buy it now. You can also click on the little heart, and Beth will get notified that you liked an item, and she could send you an offer. Um, but the nice thing though too is that you can oh my gosh, I just lost what I was going to say again.
Were you talking about the magic
No.
comments or?
Oh, pre-bids. People can also
Oh,
put in max bids, and so the programming will automatically bid for you. Sort of like if you're bidding on an auction in eBay, you put in what your max bid is. Nobody knows what it is but you. And if someone, say you put in a max bid of $50, and somebody bid $38, well, the programming is going to bid $39. And then if someone bids $40, then the programming $41. So we'll gradually increase your bids. I kind of like that feature, especially for myself, because it
it's
prevents me
cool.
from paying too much for something. Like, when you go to any kind of an auction, you have a number in your brain that you're like, okay, I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
spend over this amount. So it is a way for you
Right.
to put in a bid. You don't even have to be at the auction. So if you're like, I got a doctor's appointment,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be able to be there. You put in your max bid and the programming will automatically bid for you, and you can still win it without even being there. So, all
Mm-hmm.
right, I'm going to ask one more question of Beth,
Okay.
because I want to try to keep these an hour long, but if you know me well enough, you are laughing at that right now. Okay. Well, how does
Oh, Kimberly says, how do we get on Vamp? Go to virtualantiquemarketplace.com.
yep, yep. And just and in fact, Kimberly, if you
You put
watch
it
my
in the
YouTube
chat on.
videos, I have a link in all of my videos as well. So you can find it there. Or Kimberly, you can send me an email, thrifterjunkervintagehunter@gmail.com, and I will send you a direct link for you to join. Okay, so Beth, how does being a part of the Vamp community add to your vintage journey? What makes it different from other platforms?
Ooh. Well, I think that makes it different than Whatnot
Yeah.
specifically is that I like that it's like a built-in
Mm-hmm.
community. It's a built-in hub of people who are already interested in the things you sell, who are selling the things you're interested in. It's just this automatic group of people that you will fit in with
Yeah.
immediately because everyone is looking for the
Oh, that
same
makes
stuff,
sense.
you know? Yeah, and it just feels so welcoming right away. It's just kind of like this whole community is like on a
Yeah.
platter, and you're just like, here, we found people that love what you like and are interested in what you want to sell and interested in what you want to buy.
Yeah.
So it feels so like common sense
Yeah.
kind of. It's like it took Whatnot but made it
Yeah.
better,
I mean,
really, because I think that's what Whatnot
yeah,
is
I sold
lacking.
over there too in the beginning, and
Hmm.
I was one of the first vintage sellers to sell over there, and it's fine. The thing that I didn't like about it was that I don't like overcharging my customers in shipping. That's
Mm,
the one of the main reasons why I left, because shipping is expensive, and we want to be able to ship
yeah.
things that's easy, because it's kind of confusing to try to figure it out, I think,
Hmm.
over there. Um, and it is, and everything on Vamp is at least 25 years old. So when people are coming over to Vamp, they know that, it is all true vintage and antiques. And I will say, I mean, if sellers, if they post something that doesn't fall into that, I'll take the listing down. It's like we talk about it all the time. Everything has to be at least 25 years old. So yeah, the admins verify all the listings, and so we'll take the listing down if it doesn't fall into that guideline. So that is that's what we want for Vamp, and we keep our numbers down. I don't want that's why I said you're not just a number. I'm okay with having 256 sellers right now, and every month I deactivate accounts if seller isn't active. And all you have to do to be active is have 10 active listings. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
Right.
But yeah, we do it to the best of our ability.
Cheryl.
Sometimes we miss things, but it's just an amazing
Hey.
community. And we're so thrilled, Beth, that
Mhm.
you are a part of it. And
I'm so happy to
I'm
be
so
here.
looking forward to the duo sales that you're going to be doing. And so if you're thinking about just adding on, what's one more thing, as vintage sellers,
Why not?
we have many irons in the fire. We have lots of hats that we wear. But it is very,
Yeah.
very simple. And it's just a way that you can engage with your community. Specifically, if you're an Instagram seller, you've already worked the legwork. You've done a really good job at fostering and building your community. You can do it here and
Mhm.
still be streaming on Instagram with that community that you've already built. And we're just kind of making it easy for you.
Yeah.
And there is
Yeah.
commissions. You are charged a 10% commission. And so, but we do a lot of events where I'll be like, no commission this weekend. If you have a live sale, you'll always have at least 5% commission, because that's what district takes. And there isn't anything I can do about
Oh.
that, but I get charged 5% commissions as well. But we're paying for the ease of it, and it is easy.
Exactly.
It's easy, and it's well worth it. It's well worth it to me. It's very efficient.
And you're paying for the community. You're paying for the admins.
Yeah.
You're paying for the regulations,
And you're paying for
it's all worth
if somebody
it.
has a problem with one of your orders, they take care of it. You don't have
Mhm.
to worry about it. It's a protected way to shop. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely is.
Yeah.
Well, Beth, thank you so much for being here. I'm so
Yay.
excited to have you
Thank
part
you.
of the Vamp Seller family. And so make sure that you guys are following her on Vamp. Make sure that you're following her on Instagram as well. And I'm so excited. Thank you again so very much.
Thank you,
I'm excited
bud.
to see what all you
Thank
do.
you.
I'm going to say goodbye to Beth, but I got one more thing that I want to say before we go. But Beth, I'll go ahead and
Okay.
have you pop off. Do you know how?
Thank you,
You
guys.
should just be able to tap on your picture.
Yes. Okay,
There you go. Beth. All right. I feel like you still have the personal, intimate connections like Instagram on Vamp versus Whatnot seems more informal, fast paced. Yeah, I agree. So I agree too. I mean, it's just more personable, and that connection that you can get with people. All right. I have notes that I wanted to say before we leave. So that is our first episode of the Vamp Table. I'm going to do a giveaway here in a minute. Hang on, I'm going to do a giveaway. Whether you're a seasoned seller or just starting out, here at Vamp, you're never just on the sidelines. This is your community. It's your vibe. It's your home for all things vintage. So welcome to the Vamp Table. You can definitely sit with us. You can sit with us. All right, I'm going to go grab my giveaway because I forgot to. I only have a couple of these left. I am going to be getting a few more. So in order to enter the giveaway, you got to be on Vamp. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you can't enter. And you have to be in the US, and you have to be following me. So if you see follow somewhere, make sure that you're following me. I will follow you back. So I only got larges. I'm going to be getting more. So do I have any more over there? No, I don't. It's a size large. It is a virtualantiquemarketplace.com. And if you're wondering who this gal is, a lot of people think that it's me. It isn't. This is Veronica. She's Veronica Vamp, and she is our icon. So she's sassy. Yeah, I know. I saw that you're wearing it this morning. So I'm going to be giving this away. So you don't have to pay for anything. I will pay for the shipping. Just make sure that you are part of the Vamp family. That ain't Jenny McCarthy, Willie. Sheesh. Okay, so I sometimes forget what I'm doing. So I'm going to easily just toggle over to a giveaway. I can take a quick picture. Sometimes the pictures are silly, and I can talk to text. And I'm going to run it for 1 minute. And now I have to go back in here. And, whoa, not that. Not that. Not that. Here, giveaway, Vamp t-shirt. Okay, and now it's running. So all you have to do is, you see a little purple present, just tap on that purple present. And like I said, if you're unable to tap on the purple present, that means you're not following me, you're not in the US, and you're not on Vamp. So if you don't see the purple present, you got to be over on Vamp. And I am going to be doing some giveaways Saturday, 10 a.m. I'm going to be kicking off the Vamp Jingle and Mingle party. It's all vintage Christmas because here on Vamp, everything is vintage, at least 25 years old. We also do, we'll do upcycled things too. If you are a creator and you make things out of vintage pieces, at least one of those components have to be at least 25 years old. The lace, the ribbon, the ephemera, just one item has to be at least 25 years old. So we do allow that as well. But Veronica Vamp, tell you oh, we're drawing the winner. We're drawing the winner. The winner is LaDonna. Rigged. No, it's not rigged because LaDonna entered like everybody else did. I call it jingle and dingle. You want to jingle and dingle with us on Saturday? Well, come over to our jingle and dingle party. All right, LaDonna, I will get this out to you. Well, hey, you don't have to buy one now. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to be giving away another one on Saturday and some stickers, and I might be giving away some other things as well. So jingle and mingle on Saturday beginning at 10 a.m. Check a look at the catalogs. Hopefully sellers have their catalogs loaded so you can put in your pre-bids, you can put in your max bids. I am doing buyer's choice. So I have my listings up, but there's not a picture. You just got to trust me that I'm bringing some stuff for you to choose from. All right. Thank you guys again so much. Next week at 4 p.m. Eastern, there will be another Vamp table, and our guest is going to be Lightning Bugs. Shop Lightning Bugs, Rachel. So I hope that you will join us. And if you are a frequent buyer on Vamp and you want to come on the vintage table, it would be great to hear that side from a buyer's perspective. We learn from you, so we would love to have you on as well. So send me a DM here on Vamp or send me an email, thrifterjunkervintagehunter@gmail.com. I'd love to have you on. Just a little hour of your time. It's no big deal. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys so for being here. Make sure that you always stay weird, and I will see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern for a live shop along. Bye, guys.